all of us did an exam, and the exam that we did is what I want us to look at. So I want to present it. So you see the most failed questions, then we discuss them. So this is a discussion class, and I would like everybody to participate. So be very ready to participate in the question when they are being asked. And I want us to start with those questions. So as you can see, first of all, are you seeing the screen?
Yes.
You can see the number of people who did the exam. Blessing?
Yes.
How many?
32.
It is 32, eh?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And then when you look at our mean, let me admit somebody here. When you look at our mean was how many? Kelly?
So I can see the screen.
Eh?
I can see.
Kelly, what was the mean?
Check it. Oh.
You can't see. Who is seeing the mean? Who can see the mean? For the paper? Kelly? Kelly? You are not seeing. Blessing, are you able to see the mean? The mean is what is written average.
Yes.
So
yes.
what was our average?
67.25.
Eh? 67.
67.25.
25. And median?
70.
And range?
18.
18 to
96.
96. So that means that there is somebody who got 18 in this paper, and there is somebody who got 96. So I am wondering, why is that gap, first of all? And again, why is it that there's nobody who got 100? So these are, now you can see how people scored their marks, points scored. Between 18 up, it was not even one person. That one here, you see, here there is count 34 people got below. Are you seeing? I hope you are seeing my cursor where it is. 34 people
Yes.
got that. You see now there is also 40. There was also one person. There is 44, also one person. There is 52. There is 56. There is 62 people. There is 64 2 people. There is 66 4 people. There is 68 1 person. 70 were sick, 6 people. That's why we have the median to be 70. 72 1 person. 4 1 person. 76 2 people. 82 people. 86 2 people. 88 1 person. 91 person, and 96 1 person. So that's how we scored in that paper. So with me, it is very unfortunate that some people are still getting below 80. And you can see this is 2 plus 2, that is 4 plus 1, that is 5 plus 1, that is 6 plus 1, that is 7. So only 7 people scored past 80 mark, and which is not correct according to science. So that's the analysis of what you did in the paper. So we can now start with the most failed questions. And I want you, each and every person, to be writing the concept of the question, where it came from, and I want you to go and do the research on that question. So you can see, Isabel, which was the first question that was the most failed? The most failed question was?
Number 4.
No, that is not a 4. The most failed question is question number 35, where only 7 people got. Only 7 people got that. Question number 35. So let's go to that question number 35 and look at what was it. Why is only 7 people getting it? So, Victoria, can you read it, Amanda? Victoria, read.
A mother visited a clinic with her sick child. The doctor advised her to feed the child with a balanced diet rich in iron. The child was most likely having all the following signs except.
You see, when you get a question like this one, you guys, first of all, I said you have to know where the question is coming from. A mother visited a clinic with her sick child. The doctor advised her to feed the child with a balanced diet rich in iron. So the main word here is not even balanced diet. The main word here is the iron. Why is iron being included in this diet? Is because this child is suffering from a disease that is caused by lack of iron. So you have to know this one. This topic is called what? This is called food and nutrition. So food and nutrition topic, if I can be able to use this, or I will be able to use my, let me type, because I'm not going to draw, I will be typing. So let me type instead of using the Jamboard. So first of all, you have to know the question is coming from where. It is food and nutrition class 5. And I hope you have written that. Food and nutrition class 5. And the question, the subtopic is nutritional deficiency diseases. That's where the question is coming from. So I want you to be able, to be able to write. So I want to write. I will be writing because of. Let me increase the font because the board will be taking us a lot of time. So let me just increase the font. So I will put it up to 16. So nutritional deficiency diseases. Can you tell me number 1? Nutritional deficiency disease number 1. Which one is number 1?
Sure.
Marasmus.
Number 1, Tracy.
Marasmus.
Tracy, question number 1. The nutritional deficiency disease number 1. Can you type if your microphone?
Kwashiorkor.
Am I the person not getting you? Another person? The first nutritional deficiency disease.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
Anemia.
Is it my microphone which is wrong? Am I yours? Fran, can you talk?
Yes. Anemia.
Oh, the person breaking, okay. Liz?
Kwashiorkor.
Kwashiorkor. So you have to know Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor, we said, caused by lack of protein. By lack of protein. Now, you have to know what are the signs and symptoms of Kwashiorkor. They must be the main sign, not all the signs. So, sores at the corner of the mouth, that is number 1, can affect the liver if it is not treated. That is number 2. Brownish hair that falling off easily. That is also number 3. This is enough for Kwashiorkor. Then the next one is.
Teacher.
Yes.
Marasmus.
Marasmus. So you have to know marasmus again, caused by lack of what? Marasmus?
Enough food.
Lack of what?
Enough
food.
Lack of food.
Enough food.
Lack of enough food, correct. So that is the marasmus caused by lack of enough food. So how do I prevent marasmus? Somebody tell me, how do I prevent marasmus now? If it is caused by lack of enough food.
Teacher,
Yes, just talk. You know, I'm in presentation mode. I'm not seeing you. So just say it. Teddy? Marasmus? Eating a balanced diet might not be the answer, but eating enough balanced diet. Eating enough balanced diet. Enough. The word enough here means that you eat food that is enough, but is balanced. So it will prevent marasmus. What are the signs of marasmus? Visible bones. That's number one. Visible bones. That's number one. Number two, face that look like an old person. Sometimes we call it wrinkle face. Number three, we have wasted muscles. Somebody's microphone is on. Fura, please. Wasted muscles. So those ones are the main characteristics of kwashiorkor. The next one is which one? The next nutritional deficiency disease.
Anemia.
Just say anemia. Anemia. Lack of what? Anemia, lack of what?
iron.
Anemia. Lack of what?
Lack of iron. Iron.
Lack of iron in the diet. You have to know that if you lack iron in the diet, you are going to get anemia. Iron is the one, remember, is the mineral that is used for the formation of blood in our body. Okay. Am I clear now, Lucy, Nani? Blessing?
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't, you are asked which nutritional deficiency disease that is caused by lack of iron in the diet, that is anemia. What are these signs of anemia? What are these signs of anemia? Number one, dizziness. Two, pale skin.
Try breaking again.
Teacher.
Okay, I think it's the internet. Ask your question.
Teacher, repeat the statement. Teacher, repeat what you had said. Teacher, I did not heard. Teacher, repeat what you had said.
I have said marasmus, no, not marasmus, but anemia is dizziness. That's number one. Number two, tiredness. Number three, breathlessness. Yeah, you feel a breath. Number four, we have that's lack of breath I've talked about. Dizziness, yes. So those ones. Have I left another one? Have I left another one? Yeah?
No.
So that's what we call the anemia. Then the last one, because there are only four. The last one is which one now?
Rickets.
Rickets. So rickets is caused by lack of what?
Calcium.
Lack of calcium in the diet. So when we lack calcium in the diet, we have bow legs, we have knock knees, lack of calcium in the diet. So we eat food rich in calcium. So that's what we call the nutritional deficiency disease. Let me check if there is something I've left on it before we move on. So I want to look at something before we move on. Let's see because it's one of the most failed. So better tackle even one question. But all of you will be able to understand each and everything that was in that question. So let's check if there's something we have left in the notes. So let me go to the notes and check. So if there's something you need to put, and there's something I've not talked about, is in the food and nutrition. That is, we're talking about nutritional deficiency diseases. Nutritional deficiency diseases. These are the ones. So you can see now marasmus, kwashiorkor. So you can see the person. So this person is the first person is lack of what? The first person.
Proteins.
Protein.
The first person.
Proteins.
Protein.
This is protein, correct? That is kwashiorkor. This one here is. This is marasmus. See marasmus, the way the person look like for marasmus. This is a child, and a child is more or less look like an old person. You see, that's what we are talking about. Wrinkled face, look like an old person. So that's a child with marasmus. We can look at this one. This one is lack of what?
Enough food. Taking care of us.
Yeah. This is enough food.
Which?
This person here. Yeah? I think this child with the
diet.
Lack of calcium.
This is calcium, yes. That is ricket. I want you to see. Yeah, this is what we call knocked knees. You see now the way or the bow legs, the way they look like. Then this one is now which yeah, even the teeth are affected. Angalia this one. This person here is lack of what? Eh? Lack of what? Which disease is this?
Berry scab.
That's calcium, you know. I think this lack of food. This means that someone is continuously takes food that is not a balanced diet. The person can easily suffer from deficiency diseases. So those are the things. That's how those people look like. So if you look at that, you get a diagram in exam, you'll be able now to answer that kind of a question. Clear? Can I now move?
Yes.
Correct. So I think everybody now is clear. So we can now go back here and now analyze. We have already said iron. So this child was most likely to be having all the following signs except loss of weight, fingernails appeared white, that is anemia, rapid heartbeat, anemia, headache, anemia. So loss of weight. So which one do we think we are picking now? Between loss of weight and a headache?
Loss of weight.
Yeah? Loss of weight. Can we go back to anemia? Can we go back to anemia?
Yes.
Anemia, I think this one here, this person here, most likely be lacking, this one may be talking about anemia. Anemia. They have not drawn for anemia. But I think, are we supposed to pick loss of weight or a headache?
Loss of weight.
Loss of weight, because headache will come as a result of lack of blood. Is that correct? When you lack blood,
yes,
automatically you'll be having headache. So we go for loss of weight. So those people who failed that question, how many are supposed to be you? Those 7 minus 32, those are 25. Those 25 people, have you now understood if you are among them here in this lesson? Have you understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
So let's now continue. Let's go to number 20. Let's go to number 20. Number 20 was also the most failed. So let us know like the way you have done number 35 is the way we are going to do number 20. And I want you people to understand me, because I will give exam again. I will give some 25 questions again. And some of these questions might be there. If you don't get them, now it will be very, very, very dangerous. So can one person who failed number 20 to read it? If you know you failed number 20, read it.
Just some of us don't know which questions we failed since the questions were in the other class and the other class is no longer there. So some of us don't know
but
what
now
we
write
failed.
number 20. Can you read question number 20, Victoria, now? Victoria, read number 20.
The arrow of a wind vane was seen pointing west. It is true to say that.
Now, so that question comes from the topic of weather and weather instruments. And in weather instruments, I think we have covered this because in June, we were doing topical questions and we covered weather. But I can just remind yourself on weather instruments, but mostly on the facts on what? On wind vane, where we are talking about wind vane. Where does it point? I wonder wind vane, Where does it point? So let's check where the foreign weather instruments. So wind vane, the most important thing that you need to know about a wind vane is that the arrow points to where the wind is coming from. That's the main thing. It does not point where the wind is going to. So if the arrow points west, the wind is blowing from where, Isabel? Isabel? The arrow is pointing west. The wind is blowing from? Isabel cannot talk. Liz, the arrow of the wind vane points west. So the wind is blowing from? Blessing, are people getting me?
So I'm getting you. I'm not sure about the others.
Okay,
So
so
Isabel is
I
not
can't
here.
hear you.
yes, but now why Akina Liz, Akina Isabel are not talking?
Isabel is not
Tracy?
here.
Oh, I'm a talker. If the wind is pointing west, the arrowhead of a wind vane pointing west, the wind is blowing from west. So that's something that you need to know. So it's a very, very, very important. I don't know why only 8 people got that. It is true to say that. Let's now analyze the choices. The trees were bending towards west. Wrong or right? Say yes, right with your reason if you are the person talking. One person to talk, choice A, wrong or right?
Sure.
Sure,
It's wrong.
what reason?
Sure, because you have said the arrowhead points where the wind is blowing from, and it's the west side, so it can blow.
I've not gotten you. I don't know whether the rest have gotten you.
I have.
Kelly, have you gotten Tracy? Blessing, have you gotten Tracy?
Yes.
Okay, so we are saying if the trees were bending towards the west, that means that wind is the wind is blowing towards west. That is wrong, because if the wind vane points west, then the trees must be bending towards east, because that's where the wind is blowing to. The wind was blowing towards the sunset. So the sunset, where is the sunset? You have to know the sunset in the west. Therefore, if the wind was blowing towards sunset, that one is also wrong, because the wind is supposed to be blowing towards sunrise, not sunset, because sunrise is where the east is. The tail of the windsock was facing west. You have to know that windsock points to where the wind is blowing. Is also not correct. So the windsock was facing east. So that is the correct one, because the windsock point where the wind is blowing to. The tail of the windsock was facing west. That is wrong. The tail should be facing east, because that's where the wind is blowing to. Understood?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Anybody with a question?
Yes.
Anybody with a question, please. Can you mute Nani Teddy Orwa? Anybody with a question? Everybody has understood. Can you write yes in the chat if you have understood? I want to see, because I will not just be moving. I want to ensure that each and every person understand what I'm talking about. Even if I can only take 3 questions. So say in the chat that you have understood before I move on. I'm not seeing any, meaning people have not understood.
Teacher, people have written.
Okay, now I can see. I can now see. Some people have not said, I will not continue until everybody say yes, that they have understood the reason why the answer for number 20 was dog, not the one that you chose during the exam. Victoria, are you talking?
No.
Victoria, okay. Tracy, Blessing, Ian, Debbie, Fura. The rest, Akina Kelly, Akina Teddy, Akina Steven, Akina Samuel, Akina Ivy, Akina Faith. You people, you have not understood. Leanne, you people, you have not understood.
Sure, they have.
Oh, they have already. Oh, I did not see. Okay, they have said yes. Correct. So now, number 20, we are done with. Another one which was the most failed is number 29. 29. Number 29. Kelly is sleeping. Are you reading?
Which one of the following
Continue.
Which one of the following is not an effect of force? Force can
So,
Sorry, breaking.
okay. I'm saying, right, effects of force. Everybody. Effects of force. What can force do? What can force not do? So, number 1, force can stop moving object. Force can stop a moving object. So if an object was moving, force can stop that object from moving. Stop moving object. This one you can even do. You can even do where you are there at home. You can do, you can push something on the floor, of which I want everybody to do because I know everybody is there. It's only that now I'm not seeing your faces. But I want you to put something on the floor, push it, and tell me when it stops, then you come and say it is stopped. Very fast, I'm giving you 1 minute to do that. 1 second to do that. Just throw even your pen, your book, whatever, on the floor where you are in. And it will stop because force, there's a force that is acting on it. Put your faces on. I want to see, I'm only seeing Fra and the Blessing. The rest I'm not seeing doing. Please, science, you cannot do when your face is out. I must be seeing you because I want these things, we are doing them practically. It's only 2 people whose faces are on here. That is Fra and the Blessing. Fra and Fra, have you done?
Yes.
Blessings, have you done?
Yes.
Okay. So if you push something on the floor and it stop, write yes in the chat. Write yes in the chart. We are starting from 1239. 1239. So I want to see those people who are writing yes at 1239. Because they are yeses. Yeah. Right? If you push something on the floor and it stopped after some time, write yes on the chart. Because now you have refused your faces. I've only seen brand and Nani. Brand. I've seen that. That's the number one. Number two, so the next question you will be asked, which force stopped that object from moving? Right? The answer for that question there, which force stopped the object from moving? The one that you have pushed on the floor. Which one stopped it from moving? Write the answer in the chat very fast. Which force stopped the object that you push on the floor? Tracy, I have seen yours. The next person. Please, everybody write. Which force stopped the object that you moved on the floor? It stopped. You said yes, it stopped. So which force stopped it? Fraha, Tracy? The rest, I'm still waiting. Which force stopped the object from moving? So you're okay. So it is friction. So friction is the force that opposes motion. Friction is the force that opposes motion. So when you push something on the floor, that thing stopped because of the force of friction. Thank you very much. Number two, effects of force. Number two, force can make an object that was not moving to move. So how can I put it? Make station. That's how you write stationary. I want that write that stationary of not movement. Is it written like that? Eh? Tracy?
Yes.
Tracy? Tracy?
Yes.
Stationary of movement is written like that.
Yes.
Like that, eh? Stationary object, move. Meaning, if an object was not moving, force can make it move. Put a paper, put a book on top of your table, everybody, please. And I'm trying to advise you to ensure that during my science lesson, your video is on, unless you are using a computer which does not have a video. Okay, so put a book on top of your table. If your book is moving, say yes in the chat. If it's not moving, say no in the chat. You have just put a book on the table. If it is moving, say yes. If it is not moving, say no in the chat. Faster, because I want to continue. The word no will take you a second to type. Can you type no or yes? Is the book in the table moving or not? So write no, not moving. Yes, moving. Correct. So it's not moving. Now apply a force on it. If it moves after you applied force on it, say yes. Did it move? Say yes. Yeah, Kirago did not move. Did the book move after you have applied a force on it? It was on the table. Then you apply force. Did it move? I'm not seeing any yes. I'm not seeing. So it is no all for everybody. Yeah.
Well, we have
I can't hear anything. Minor, you cannot hear us? We'll record for you if you can't hear. There's no problem. Okay, so that's why we are saying, that's why I am saying force make a stationary object move. Number three, force can change. Force can change. force can change the shape of an object. Force can change the shape of an object. Take a paper, take a piece of paper, like this one of mine. Take a piece of paper like this and show me. I'm only seeing Fras and Fras peke yake. Fras, after this, you tell me your number. I send you buy kits today, eh? You send me your, no, you don't, just read so that you tell us if you have confirmed. Fras,
Okay.
yes. Take a paper like this. Now, can you kunja your paper like this, the way I've done mine? Tell me what happened in the chart. Tell me what happened in the chart. You had a paper, full paper, but now if you have applied force in it, what happened in the paper? Can you write what happened in the paper, in the chart? For our mute. Tell me what happened in the chart. I want to see, I'm still not seeing anything. Tell me what happened in the chart. What happened in the chart? Nobody has written anything. You had a paper in your hands. You applied force on it. So what happened? That's what I'm asking. Okay, it becomes small. It changed shape. Okay, the change shape becomes small. So that is okay still. Okay. So that is okay. So the others did not do. That's why it is very, very, very important you do this. Please, for science, and I'm repeating this, for science lesson this week, you have to be proactive. You will be doing a lot of things because I don't just want to teach. I want to teach children that understand everything so that when it comes to an exam, you'll be able to know that this is what happened. So we are saying it changed the shape. So that's why we are saying force can change the shape of an object. And lastly, another effect of force, which is the last one, that force can change the direction of the object. Force can change the direction of object, can change direction of an object. Direction of an object. Force can change the direction of an object. So if you have an object, it is going to change the shape, the direction when force is applied on it. Now, this one now you will do after lunch, during lunchtime. You have your sister, your brother, whoever, your mother, your father, whoever is at home. Tell him to move towards you. Then you apply force against him or her. Then change the direction. So you'll find that force applied can change the direction of an object. Now write NB. Write NB now. Write NB. Write NB. Write NB. Force cannot change the state of matter. Force cannot change the state of matter. Meaning, force cannot make a liquid become a gas, or force cannot make a gas become a liquid. If you have understood everything on force, write yes in the chat. If you understood everything for force, write yes in the chat. If you know you have understood everything in force, write yes in the chat. Simon, yes. Liz, yes. Only those two? I've only seen those two. So only two people have understood what I've talked about. Or
Other people have written.
Samuel, Ivy, Furaha, Ivy, Tracy, so Kelly, and Brian, and Liz. Say no, because you have not seen anything, that you have not written anything. Oh, Kelly has written. This girl called the boy, this Brian. Have you understood everything on the force? On force, write this acronym so that we conclude with force. Write this acronym. Where is my best friend Grace? 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 W stand for what? W stand for what?
Wait.
W stand for?
Wait.
Wait. Those are examples of words. I stand for what?
Inertia.
Inertia. But put a star on inertia because it's a tendency, it's not a force. We just put it there for the time being because it's also tendency, is also force, but it's a
Buoyancy.
This is friction. And this one is gravity. Those are examples of force. All these forces are measured using Newton. So the unit
Excuse me,
of force is Newton. Yes.
So what do you mean by inertia is
This one here, we call it tendency. Tendency.
Yes, what do you mean by that?
It is how do I describe it? Something like it resists movement or station. So if an object is not moving, it does not want to move. If it is an object is moving, it does not want to stop. Are you getting that? Yeah. So that's why it's a tendency that resists movement. So it doesn't want to move. If it is not moving, it doesn't want to move. If it is moving, it resists the change of stopping. That's when you see when you are in a car, and you are sitting like this, then the driver apply the brake, you go like that one. But when you're in a car and the vehicle was not moving and the driver starting the car, you go like this one. So that one is called inertia. Understood?
Yes.
So we have said is force is measured using Newton, and the instruments that we use to measure force is called spring balance. The instruments that is used to measure force is called spring balance. So now we can now go back to the question now. So the question was talking about which one of the following is not an effect of force? Force can move an object at rest, change the state of an object, reduce the speed of moving object, change the size of an object. So we are going with the state. It cannot make a liquid to become a gas. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So now we can now answer these 15 questions. They need the questions that have 15. So we can go to number 4 now. Can go to number 4 now. Read number 4.
Which of the following statements best explains how bending light takes place?
Yeah. That one is refraction. Bending of light is a refraction. So when we have a refraction, bending of light is a refraction. I want to get the energy so that you'll be able to see bending of light, how the light bends. So we will talk about this, I think so, light energy. So if we have this, the bending of light Bending of light. This is what it's called, bending of light. Bending of light. Where we are forming a rainbow. You can see now, the rainbow are the effects of bending of light. That is refraction. This one here is bending of light. That is refraction. So the refraction is the one that always talk about bending of light. So you can see this one. You can see that diagram there, bending of light. So that's how light bends. So bending of light is as a result of refraction. So the refraction, when it bends, it makes a rainbow, number one. So it can cause a rainbow. That is number two. Effects of refraction. A pool of water appear shallow. A pool of water appear shallow. So you just see swimming pool, it appears that it is very shallow. That is also bending of water. When if you put a coin inside the water, it appear raised. That one is also as a result of bending of light. The coin appear raised. If you are walking in a tarmac road, in front of you, you see a pool of water. That is called mirage. That is also an effect of refraction. So light bends when it falls on a smooth, shiny surface. That is reflection. This choice A. This is reflection. Understood that?
Yes.
It occurs at the border of an opaque and transparent object. That is shadow. When light travels from one medium to another of different density, yes, that is refraction.
Yes.
Bending takes place when water is put in a glass jar. No. That one we don't even have. So that is not the problem. So the answer was supposed to be C. I hope it was marked with C. Okay. The next one is number 7. 7, 14. So we have 7, 14, 19, and 49. I hope you have mastered them so that we move faster. So number 7. Number 7. Can you read number 7?
Which groups of plants consist of non-green plants only?
Please, you guys, I think when we did a plan when we were doing topical questions, and I can remember I'm the person who handled the plans. I can remember I'm the person who handled the plans, and it was the last week of what? The last week of June, and I showed you all these examples of plants, the green plants and non-green plants. I don't think if I did not show you anything, I show you everything, and I even gave you, who can remind us of the acronym that we were using? The acronym that we are using.
Teacher for non-plants is Peter Young told Prudence many muscular men.
Yes, that one I said. If you are talking about non-green plants, we are talking about Peter Young told Prudence many muscular men, of which P stand for what?
Penicillium.
Penicillium or puffball, whichever you start with. Next one.
Yeast.
Peter Young told Peter Young. Why? Why for?
Yeast.
Yeast.
Yeast. Then
Toadstool.
Toadstool. Then
Penicillin or puffball.
Penicillin or puffball if you started with which one, whichever you started with. Then
Mold.
We have mold, and you can see the example of a mold is here.
Mold.
Mushroom. You can see the mushroom there. Mucus. You can see them here. These ones. Where is the mold? That's a mold, eh? So puffball, you can see the puffball, the way they look like, the puffballs. And then you can also be able to see the mold, then the mushroom, and then yeast. So that is for non-green plants. When we come to green plants, we say that green plants are divided into two. We have plants that flowers and the plants that are green but don't flower. So what is the acronym for plants that are green but non-flowering? Which acronym are we using?
Almofeco.
Alimofeco. A stand for?
Algae.
Algae.
Liverwort.
Liverwort, then?
Moss.
Moss, then?
Fern.
Fern, then?
Conifers.
Conifers.
And we have three examples of conifers. Three examples of conifers. We have
Cedar.
Cypress,
Pine.
Yes. So those are the conifers that we have. So if you get a question, once you have known that, you guys, you now use what we call elimination method. You eliminate. So the question is very specific, non-green plants only. So I will eliminate choice A, nitoe liverworts. Choice B, nitoe zote. Choice C, maybe I might not, I told mildew. Then upper east, bracket, tree, and far. So I go with dog. You use elimination method to eliminate once you have known, because science, you must have the facts first. Once you have the facts, now use elimination to use to eliminate the wrong ones. Because in science, all choices are correct, but they will not be correct in that question. So it's that particular question. That's why we are using elimination method. We eliminate it. We say, when we are asked non-flowering plants, I will write liverworts. If I will ask which one of the following consists of non-flowering plants only, green non-flowering plants only, I will pick choice B, all of it. So make sure you eliminate. That is the main thing. The next question was number? The next question is number what?
14.
14.
14.
Was 14 there, you guys? I told you to master this question.
7, 14. 14.
7, 14, 14. Okay. The diagram below shows part of animal feeds under 6 pupils. So when they visited a nearby farm, we always carry you here every term to a trip, and you pass on the road, you see these kind of things. Now you're being asked, what is this? Which of the following crops is not likely to be used in making the animal feed shown above? Automatically, this is what? You have to identify this. Which animal feed do we put in bales? Which animal feed do we put in bales?
Hay.
That is hay. So we automatically, all grasses we can provide hay. So eliminate napier grass. Napier grass can never be hay there. Understood?
Yes.
So you need to understand first. You need to eliminate. First of all, identify. This is what? It is a bale. This is a bale. How can you put napier grass in a bale? I've never seen napier grass in a bale. And remember also, napier grass is also not a grass. It is a fodder. It is a fodder. We cut it and give it to the animals later. So it is a fodder. Understood, guys?
Yes.
We go to number 49. Number 49.
Yes.
Somebody's microphone is on. Okay. So number 49 is the last question. Read it. Victoria?
Which one of the following groups of food consists of a balanced diet?
Now, a balanced diet in my class 3 knowledge should be, in class 3, how are you taught in class 3 balanced diet?
Should consist of vitamins, proteins.
Just say 3 P's. Correct.
Yeah.
That is vitamin, carbohydrates,
Protein.
and protein.
Protein.
Yes. So once you have known that, you come to the question and eliminate ugali, kales, potato. What is lacking here? Unaandika in front. What is lacking?
Protein.
What is lacking? Yeah?
Protein.
Protein is correct. Yams, peas, watermelon. What is missing? Remember going with peas. What is missing?
Nothing. It's a balanced diet.
Nothing. Okay. Meat, chips, beans. What is missing?
Vitamins. Vitamins.
Vitamins. Correct. Rice, potato, mutton. What is missing?
Vitamins.
Vitamins. Yes, that's how you answer question. There is no any other method. Science is the most easiest subject when you have the facts and you know how to eliminate. That's enough. There is no any other. So thank you very much. I want to pick questions now. We can take your 5 minutes to pick questions. You also took my 5 minutes. Tracy?
Number 43.
Yeah?
Number 43.
Number 43. The following are ways of preventing bilharzia. Which one is no? Draining stagnant water, yes. Wearing protective clothing while handling stagnant water, yes. Proper boiling of drinking water, typhoid. Meaning, before you answer this kind of a question, Tracy, you have to know bilharzia is coming from a topic called waterborne disease. And then have these waterborne diseases in your mind. We have cholera, we have bilharzia, we have typhoid. Then ask yourself, how will I get typhoid? How will I get bilharzia? How will I get cholera? So you'll find that if you have asked yourself those three kind of questions, automatically drinking and boiled water, you will get a typhoid. So proper boiling of drinking water is typhoid. So automatically choice C is the one which is not for bilharzia. Any questions, Tracy? Tracy?
Yes.
Are you satisfied now?
Yes.
Okay. Any question before we stop? Please ask every question because tomorrow I'm giving 25 questions. And those 25 questions, you must get 100 of them. You must get. You must. So ask any question that you know it is here and will make you not get 25 out of 25 tomorrow. Any question? Yeah, Samuel is talking. Nobody is talking now. So thank you very much for listening. I'm going to pause for you the recording again to check if there's something you did not understand. Then now you go through it and then tomorrow produce good results. We are praying for you that at the end of this exercise, you guys, you will be the best students we ever have 2021. Are we together there? Are we together?
Yes.
Are we together?